I'm Noah Crowley. I am a 13th year student at JC. I'm currently under the JCEC program. I'm going for my Associates in Science and my Associates in Arts degree, along with my MTA. One fun fact about me is that I only have one working ear canal. The ear canal on my right side just doesn't begin. There's no ear hole. Joke I always like to make is that I'm your right hand man because you must always be on your left and I must always be on your right in order for me to hear you properly. In terms of my theater experience, I've done 2 plays. One of which was Witches in Salem via Western High School theater program, where I was a set design. I would paint the set, and when show days came around, I would move around the set between scenes. And the second play, which I'm a little bit more fond with, is Little Shop of Horrors. Probably my favorite play in general, and I was elated that I was able to participate in it. I was the plant, so I had to, throughout the entirety of the show, or for most of the show, I was the puppet that would sing Feed Me, which was quite the workout, and I had to endure quite a bit. The part of being in the plant was that it got very hot in there because you have to deal with the stage lights completely beaming on you the entire time. The theater director gave me this fan that I'm wearing right now in order to deal with that, just to keep air moving in there. It was like an oven, but I stuck with it. And part of that goes into my next thing. The most important quality of theater, I think, is the aliveness. Having done theater myself, I can understand, but maybe have a hard time putting it into words, other than saying the show must go on. But there's something to be said about how all the differences within a show, even however small, just contribute to how every showing of a play, even if it goes perfectly, feels so much different between each other. They're all individual. It is this, an example I like to bring up is when an actor messes up a line and when the other actors need to interact with that mess up and put the play back on track. That improv can almost go beyond the script sometimes and make it almost a better product than what the script was even going for. And I think that's the magic of theater, is that even when we mess up, we continue going and we try to give the best show that is possible for our audience. Which goes into my last thing. Throughout my shows, we haven't had too much go wrong, besides for my first showing of Little Shop of Horrors. We were halfway through. We just finished Act 1. I had just eaten the dentist. We're having our musical over how busy the shop is getting now that the plant is sort of giving its blessing, and we just gotten an order from the do all the flowers for the Rose Bowl. And it was a really good show at that point. But then the fire alarm goes off. We were completely willing to just keep going through the fire alarm no matter what. We're trained for that. But eventually our theater director had to peel us and the audience, who didn't know that it wasn't part of the show, away because it was a fire hazard. We were completely willing to burn alive for that show. But we left. I had to very dejectedly take off the plant and slowly waddle my way out, since I was wearing these felt pants that didn't have a spot for my feet to come out of. You had to walk out. It's raining outside. We probably waited half an hour outside in the cold rain, all in costume. So I was in pretty much socks. But the important thing is we were all itching to go right back in. And eventually we did. The theater director and a resident firefighter walked in, and apparently our best theory is that the popcorn machine malfunctioned and let off a little bit of smoke to give us for the fire alarm to go off. But we got back in there. Maybe we were a little frizzled almost, But we had a great show beyond that too. It was probably our best night. Even though we had to stop the show completely, which never happens. The show still went on after that. And I think it builds onto that show must go on, that magic of theater. That even though we had a fire alarm, we were still itching to go right back in. We didn't quit